everybody. This is Trish Heinrich with superherofiction.com, the one-stop shop for all your superhero novel needs. I just kind of love saying that. It trips off the tongue very nicely. This is our Sip and Sprint for National Novel Writing Month Coffee Edition. We do have a happy hour on Thursdays at 6 o'clock Eastern. This is our coffee sip and sprint at 10 a.m. Pacific. Welcome. We are going to be doing some writing today or revising. It's whichever one you guys want to do. If some of you out there want to work on revisions for your books, go for it. If you want to be writing new words as part of National Novel Writing Month, or just, trying to get that draft you might have started last month or so finished, go for it. We are going to be doing 20-minute sprints, and I'm trying to time them with the Speculative Writers Discord channel. But I have no idea. Let's see. I'm checking it right now. Oh, it looks like a sprint just finished. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go in and write, and I'm sorry, everything is shaking, sprint for 20 and 8. And so at 10 after 10 or 10 after the hour, depending on where you're at, we are going to do a 20-minute sprint. So we're going to sprint from 10 after the hour to half past the hour. And I am just joining the sprint right now. Sprint join 25,698 words. All right, there we go. Done and done. How's everybody doing this Monday morning? I got to admit, I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting going. My husband and I had a bit of a delayed anniversary celebration. Our anniversary is on the 6th of November, but that was like, that whole week was just, yeah, it was totally stressful. And so we decided we're going to have, and plus my husband kind of got a little chest congestion, not COVID, thank God. And so for that weekend, he just wasn't feeling great. So we thought, you know what, we're going to do our anniversary celebration a weekend late. And we have some friends that got their anniversaries the day after ours. So we had a joint anniversary celebration. This was before Governor Inslee's new restrictions. This was on Friday. And it was great. We had champagne, and we got takeout from this bistro down close to where we live. And then last night, my husband made this really nice dinner. He made risotto from scratch, which was like, wow, kind of impressive. So I stayed up kind of late. And I got up kind of late, so I'm still trying to wake up. And if you're curious, the mug for today is Batgirl, but it's not just any Batgirl. It's the DC Bombshells version of Batgirl. So if you don't know the Bombshells comics, they're a lot of fun. It's a really fun take on the DC heroes, specifically the female heroes and the female villains. I highly recommend it. I see we got some of you watching. Go ahead and drop in the comments. What are you writing today? What are you listening to? Because I plan out like a playlist for every book. So I have my playlist. It's all going to be kind of queued up on my iPhone. And it just kind of gets me in the mood. And this one is really cool. Like, it's the first time I've been able to do 90s, like great 90s music as part of my my writing playlist. And I've got some of it is pop, some of it's alternative. I mean, I've got like the gamut. I've got Garbage, Hole. I also have a little bit of Sheryl Crow on there. Let's see who else I've got. I've got the Goo Goo Dolls, I think. So yeah, just this is huge wide variety for the paranormal women's fiction book I'm writing. So drop it in the comments. What are you working on today? What is your goal for the sprints? And again, we're going to start our first sprint in 5 minutes. So what is your goal? Do you have a word goal you want to hit? Do you have Like, I want to finish this chapter. What is your goal today? And I'm going to take a quick break because my little heater in my office is like super strong and I am getting very hot. Hold on. There we go. Anyway, yeah, I was hoping we would get some people from the author group in here, but I think I dropped the link in there just a little bit too fast, or too late rather, which is a bummer, and that's okay. So I did want to say really quickly, for any of you that might be watching the replay, maybe you're watching this later, and because you want to feel like you're sprinting with somebody, which I totally get right now. Superherofiction.com, that's superhero/fiction.com, is going to be having a Black Friday sale. This is our second annual. We have over 30 books in the sale this year, which is really amazing. And they're all 99 cents. A couple of them are even free, which is really kind of cool. And it's going to be starting, I believe, on the 27th, and it's going to go, through December 1st. And then in December, we're going to be having our cover contest, which is really super exciting. And it's just for bragging rights. We get to see who the 2020 cover of the year is going to be. And you get to vote on that. You can head on over starting December 1st. You can vote for your favorite cover. So that is my little commercial announcements for the sprint. Done and over with. We don't have to do any more. So I collect mugs. I think I've said this before. But I'm always looking for more. So if you have mugs that you collect, I've seen a lot of authors lately posting pictures of their mugs, not their faces, but they're like their tea or coffee mugs. And I was really kind of like, oh, I'm not the only one that does this. This is kind of cool. So if you collect mugs or anything you might collect, drop it in the comments. Let's see what those collections are like. Yeah, I'm trying to come up with stuff to talk about and fill up the time so you guys aren't totally bored. And I got nothing because I am so tired right now. I got girls in remote learning right now, which is, yeah, it's been a thing. That's about all I could say about that, honestly. It's been a thing. All right, we are going to start in a couple of minutes our sprinting. Let's see if there's any new news. Nope. So if you are part of superherofiction.com and you would like to join the Speculative Fiction Writers Discord, there was a link that was left in the Facebook group. And that is your invitation to join the Spec Writers Discord. There's great conversations that happen on there. It's a fantastic group of authors. There's pretty much a sprint going on all the time. Most of them are on the East Coast, but there's a couple like me that are on the West Coast. Some that are in the Midwest, I think, even. So if you are an author with superhero fiction and you're in the Facebook group, scroll through. I know there's been some posts, but last week I did post an invite to the Discord. You can click on that. You can join. Like I said, we are sprinting with them today according to how the sprints are going there. And our first sprint is going to start in 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah, so I see a couple of you that are online. Let me know what you're working on today. I'd love to know that, if it's a new superhero book or if it's a new genre you're trying out. I know a couple of us in the first Sip and Sprint were working on brand new genres. I am one of them. Writing my first paranormal women's fiction book. It's very cool, very exciting. Like it's flowing really well. I was a little nervous to start a brand new genre, but I'm so excited now, and I'm really happy doing it. I think it's a great palate cleanser for me. Okay, it is 10 after the hour. It's time to sprint, everybody. We're going for 20 minutes, okay? So I'm going to mute my mic. All right, that's time. If you are keeping track of your word count, you can go ahead and drop it in the comments, or if you're in the Discord, you can drop it, in the Discord if you're part of that sprint, like I'm doing right now. Let's see how many I got. 619. It's not my best, but it's not bad either. All right. Oh, hi, Michael. I wish you weren't at a remote work location. That would be great to have you. So yeah, I got, let's see, 619. I'm going to write that in. 619 words for the first sprint. So we are going to go again in 9 minutes. Going to go ahead. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and start another sprint. Sprint for 20 in 9. And I'm going to join that sprint. Sprint join 26,317. Okay. You know, I think it would probably help if I posted the link to this a little earlier in the Superhero Author Facebook group. I think that would probably be a really good thing to do. I just completely forgot to do it last night and did it at the very last minute today. So there's that. I am very sorry if you guys are hearing the garbage truck outside. It's very loud. And there are some very interesting things going on in front of my house. I'm not really sure what that's all about. A couple people, I think somebody's giving somebody else a jump start. I think that's what's going on. It's a rainy, rainy Monday here. So I don't know about everybody else, but here in Washington State, our governor has put in place some pretty strict restrictions for gatherings and things like that. And it's starting to make the holidays feel a little bit difficult, especially Thanksgiving. But we are doing some Zoom things with my in-laws. How are you guys doing with the holidays? How are you guys doing with like socializing? What's it like for you right now? It's a little bit dicey here in Washington State. The girls are supposed to go back to school, and that's not happening anymore. They were in some dance classes, very small classes, wearing masks, that kind of thing. That has now changed. It's difficult. It's necessary. I believe it's necessary. Doesn't mean that it's not difficult. Doesn't mean it doesn't make me feel sad, you know? And I know that we've been living with this for almost a year now, and maybe people don't want to talk about it, but I think sometimes we need to. I think sometimes we forget we're all in this together, and we're all experiencing this. We're all at different times experiencing the sadness that comes from not being able to be with some members of our family, maybe who are immune compromised or elderly. We're all experiencing the sadness that comes from our kids not being able to go to school. You know, my oldest is missing out on her last year of elementary school, and that just breaks my heart. There are a lot of things that are difficult right now, and sometimes they hit us and sometimes they don't. So if that's you today, I just want you to know I'm right there with you. I'm having a hard time with this too. It's hitting me. I was handling it pretty good, I would say. You know, I have my coping strategies in place. I meditate. I try to take some time for myself. I took up cross stitching. Oh my God. For those of you that know me, that in and of itself is a sign that 2020 is a weird year, because I have always said that crafts made me want to stick, knitting needles in my eye. I would rather do that than do crafts. But my daughters got into cross stitch through a friend of mine, Rochelle. And in helping my daughters with it, I got into it. And it's been very meditative. Like, I'm really surprised at how much I like it. So I'll listen to an audiobook, which right now, the one I'm listening to is called Waking the Witch by Pan Grossman. I highly recommend it. But yeah, my daughters and I, we will listen not to that book because it's a little grown up for them, but we'll listen to an audiobook and we'll cross stitch. If you're looking for a great audiobook for kids, a different point of view, it's a Star Wars anthology of short stories, and it is fantastic. It's great for kids. It's an anthology of short stories, so it'll take you like maybe 30 to 40 minutes to finish one whole story with your kids. It's low key. You don't have to do anything except just play it on your phone. It's wonderful. So I've got those mechanisms. There are things where my kids and I are bonding in different ways this year because of COVID and everything that's going on, but it doesn't mean it doesn't make it hard in other areas. So if you're having a hard time today or a hard month or week or whatever, just know that you're not alone. Just know that a lot of us are feeling that way and that it's okay. It's okay to sit and cry. It's okay to feel sluggish. It's okay for it to be hard for you to finish something, even something that you really want to do. It's okay. That's living in stress at unprecedentedly stressful times. But don't let yourself stay there. Don't pitch a tent, in other words. Do what you got to do. Be okay. Work your way through it. Don't judge yourself harshly, but pick yourself back up again. And if you need help getting back up, get some help. There's online counseling, talk to a friend, call them up, whatever you need to do. So that's my very deep thoughts for the morning. In 3 minutes, we are going to be doing another sprint. So we're going to be sprinting from 10:40 to 11. And actually, I'm going to write that in the comments here so that people know what we are doing. And I apologize for the shakiness. I usually type on a remote keyboard, but I only have so many USB ports, so I have to keep switching it out so I can run my camera. It's very hinky system, but it works. 10:40 to 11 a.m. That is what we are going to do. We're going to sprint for 20 minutes from 10:40 to 11 a.m. So if you're watching and you're wanting to get in on this sprint, it's going to be in 2 minutes. We are going to be sprinting. Let me know what your goal is. Let me know what you hope to accomplish in this sprint or for this NaNoWriMo. If you're participating, let me in on it. Or just draw a picture of your coffee mug. I love coffee mugs. I'm going to go see what's going on in the Discord too, because sometimes they have some like really spectacular chats. Nothing too scandalous. It's never scandalous over there. So it's just awesome. Oh, sorry for the yawns. Yeah, I got, also because of COVID, there's nothing really like over the moon spectacular for me to report. We did just have a really fun episode on Geekorama. We were talking about superhero short films, indie short films. One which was I think it was like 2.5, 3 minutes long. It's a Wonder Woman short film. Indie, fantastic. Check out the episode. We also left links in the show notes if you guys want to check out some of the stuff. An awesome music video by Todd Downing and the nerd rock band Kirby Crackle. If you're looking for some Wolverine X-Men action, that's another really good one. And I think on the Geekorama podcast next week we're going to be doing Dr. Horrible, but I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. But there's that, and you can also check out Behind the Mask, which is our interview series with. It's our interview podcast with superhero authors, and that has been a lot of fun. We have been getting just a ton of really great guests on there, all kinds of different superhero books and stories. So check out those podcasts. You can go to superhero-fiction.com, and it's just under the podcast tab. We've got 2 of them now because we're awesome like that. Okay, it is 10:40. I'm going to mute my mic. I'm going to turn on my music, and I'm going to get my word sprints on. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you in 20. That's time. I got caught up. Hold on. I've got to get my word count into the Discord. Otherwise, it's going to boot me out of the sprint. So everybody, what was your word count for that 20-minute sprint? Let's see here. So sprint word count 27,200. There we go. I got it in 833. Oh my gosh, that is kind of awesome. $833 words. I did not think I was going to get that many. I'm having a rough time this morning. Okay, everybody. That is it for us for our coffee sip and sprint. We're only doing an hour this morning. But I'm going to keep, if you're in the Discord, if you're in the Speculative Fiction Writers Discord, again, if you're a superhero fiction author and you're in the Facebook group, that invite is in that group. You might have to scroll through a couple of posts, but it is in there. But I'll still be sprinting in the Discord for the next 30 or 40 minutes, trying to get that last little bit of words in I need for my NaNoWriMo goal today. And thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for sprinting with me today. This was a lot of fun. Please, if you're an author, if you're not a superhero author and you're not in the group, just on the page here where the sprint is, just drop it in the comments what you're writing, what you're working on. I'd love to know about that. And once again, thanks for hanging out with us. Check out superhero-fiction.com for all your superhero novel needs. We have videos, we have podcasts. We're going to have our Black Friday sale coming up the 27th through December 1st. And then our cover contest, which is so much fun. It goes on the entire month of December. And you get to vote on your favorite cover and vote for what cover you think is the best cover of 2020. Again, that's superhero-fiction.com. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning and have a very, very lovely